Welcome to Catholic Mom Mindset, a daily show where you learn to walk closely with the Holy Spirit so you can live the life God is calling you to. I'm your host, Sterling Jaquith. Let us begin. Hello, and welcome to day 7. Today we're going to be talking about how circumstances are not the problem. So most of us, we look around our life and we think these external things that are happening to me are the reason that I'm upset or not happier than I am. So today I'm going to use the example of having a lot of little kids. I had 6 kids in 8 years. So at any given point, I had a lot of little kids. I still do. I still have a 2, a 3, and a 4-year-old. In my opinion, that's a lot of little kids. And when we have a lot of little kids, we can think, oh, my life is so hard because I have all these kids. Okay. And we look at them and we just imagine if I had less kids or if they were older or if I had a nanny, then I would be happier. Then my life would be better. But whatever's going on outside of you, that is what we call a circumstance. Okay. And a circumstance is the facts, the factual situation of what's happening. So the facts for me would be has a 2, a 3, and a 4-year-old. The circumstance is something that's provable in a court of law. So we couldn't even say Sterling has a big family because big is an opinion. Or Sterling's kids are really loud because really loud is an opinion. So we can factually in a court of law say Sterling has a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 4-year-old. Okay, that's what we can put in the circumstance line. And the way that we see how we are creating the experience of our own life is we think about a circumstance, we pick one, and then we notice, what is my thought about that circumstance, right? So the circumstances have a 2, a 3, and a 4-year-old. And my thought about that is, whoa, that's a lot of little kids. Or another thought is, that is really hard. Or another thought that you might hear me say is, it's a lot of poop and crying. So notice all 3 of those are thoughts about the neutral thing that's provable in a court of law, just a neutral fact. Sterling has a 2, a 3, and a 4-year-old. But then my thought is what determines how I feel about it. So if I have the thought, it's a lot of poop and crying, how do you think that feels? Ugh, it feels heavy. I feel stuck or trapped or, it's heavy. A little bit like doomed. That's what came to my mind. I feel doomed. I feel resigned. Like, this is just how my life is going to be forever. It's a lot of poop and crying. And I feel this heavy feeling. We'll just call it trapped. That's probably how I actually feel because I think, we're going to keep having kids and I'm going to be trapped in poop and diapers forever. And from the feeling of trapped, how do you think I show up as a mom? Well, how does any animal show up when they're trapped? Right? They're snarling, they're upset, they're frantic, they're panicked, they're trying to figure a way out of this. And the way that looks in motherhood is we snap at the kids and we check out on our phones. We complain. We're definitely not connecting with the kids. And we're probably not praying or problem solving. And so as a coach, and I coach hundreds of women, they come to me and they say, Sterling, let me tell you about my circumstances. And this is why my life is so hard. But now I know that the circumstances are neutral. They're just facts. And it's as soon as we assign a thought to them that it affects our experience of the life. Because I know a woman who, she got married at 41 and she just thought she was never going to get married. She'd never met a guy and she prayed and prayed and prayed and didn't feel called to be a nun. And she didn't get married until she was 41. And she really wanted to have kids. And I don't remember how fast they had their 3 kids. But that woman, if her circumstance line was had a 2, a 3, and a 4-year-old, what might her thought be? What a blessing. What a miracle. God is so good. because she probably wondered if she was even able to have kids, let alone 3 kids after 41. So we know that 2 people can have an entirely different experience of a neutral circumstance, of a fact. And this is true with a house size. If I were to say 2,000 square foot, 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, there are some of you who are thinking, that sounds dreamy. I would love to have that. That would make my life so much better. That would be amazing. And there are some people who are like, oh my goodness, I don't think I could fit my family in there. That sounds so small. There's not enough bedrooms. Only 2 bathrooms? Those are all just a list of thoughts that 2 different people have about the same circumstance. And let me tell you, this is a game changer. When you understand that your circumstances, the things that are happening around you, are not the things that are making you upset. It is only your thoughts about them. It is so liberating. And tomorrow we're going to talk about how we begin to shift our thinking, because that's why you're here. You want to walk more closely with the Holy Spirit and live the life that God has called you to. And being able to shift your thoughts is the way that we're going to do that together. All right, you guys, thanks so much for listening and have a blessed day. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Catholic Mom Mindset. To learn more about growing closer to the Holy Spirit, check out our free resources at madeforgreatness.co. Thank you so much for listening and have a blessed day.